This is the story of Batman, The Long Halloween, by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. It's very famous in the Batman community. It's known as like one of the most celebrated runs of Batman, most popular. Most films, when they do movies, tend to borrow mostly from this comic book. For good reasons, And it's a damn good story. It's known basically as like the year two of Batman. Like he's still kind of, getting used to being Batman. So it's a good starting point if you want to read. Like if you want, you can just go, even though it's a part of the same universe, Batman year one, and then just go on Halloween. Different writers, but you kind of piece together your own lore if you want to. But anyway, moving on. It also has two animated movies, which are kind of similar. They're pretty well one for one, but some parts are a bit different here and there. And the reveal of who the killer is different. And the art, I think, is kind of holds it back. I wish they kind of like tried their best to match this art style, but other than that, it was pretty good. But anyway, not talking about that. Let's continue on forward. So this unmet mystery is who is the killer? So who done it? When Batman is being a detective, and so it kind of like shows you him being a detective, because you normally see him just punch crime in the face and that's it, or him being like a strategist. But here, in this book, shows you more. So we begin our story, chapter 1. Bruce Wayne is kind of like at a dinner with kind of mob bosses and Gotham's wealthiest. Him and Carmine kind of having an argument about partnership, but Bruce Wayne being who he is, so want to make a deal with the mob boss. Then his son kind of steps in, and he's like, "Hey, Mr. Wayne, you should probably enjoy." He just turns him down any part of the mob at all. Then we meet Selina Kyle. She's there for her own reasons, whether it be for to steal information or for Bruce Wayne, who knows? But she's there to talk with Bruce Wayne at the party, and they start talking to each other. And like, "Hey, you and Harvey, huh? Yeah, I believe in Harvey. Harvey is gonna be a great mayor." And she's like, "Oh well, that's really good and all, but if you want some punani, if you want, just say the word. And you mean tonight?" He goes, "Sorry, thought. I'm at Sicker Mail. Sicker Mail is we on focus on the grind set." So he leaves. So Harvey and Gordon are talking about what they're gonna do with the mob boss, and this needless crime in the city, how can combat it, And as they're talking through the investigation, cut later, when Batman is doing his own investigation, and he runs into Catwoman. Catwoman is doing her own as well, so both of them are here for their own investigation reasons. Batman kind of like, pin down crime of the mob bosses and kind of put them in jail. Catwoman, we don't know. Like, obviously get into a fight. This being comics and all. I'm gonna say, her design, I don't like her design. The pink outfit, it looks weird. And her tail, it's just like a giant, like, fucking, like, anal bead up her ass. But it's dumb. I don't like it. It looks stupid. Anyway, while this is happening, we see the first kill of the holiday killer. My boss is dead in the bathroom, and we see that there's a gun near the door. Someone left a gun there, a pacifier purposely. So now, Gordon, and then you have Harvey Dent and Batman are trying to figure out what happened. Who did this and what the plan is. Because these three are obviously the big three. The big three, not Sharon Jump, but like these are the three key players kind of working together against crime. As they're talking about who did it, Catwoman's spying a conversation. Batman catches wind of this and immediately just shuts shit down. And as she leaves, Gordon and Harvey Dent later on, they obviously, Batman being vigilante, kind of upsets Gordon because he knows that what Batman's doing is wrong because he's vigilante, not the proper means. But also knows that Gotham is corrupt and they can't get these mobsters. So he goes, you and I, we have a agreement, We can bend the rules, but the rules can't be broken. And that's the agreement that these three have. And these three are the partners, they're the three musketeers, the three bros who got a goal, and put crime away for a better city, for a better Gotham. But later on, moving on from the story, obviously. So we cut later on. Batman's doing his own investigation because on the rooftop, Catwoman gave him a little tidbit that the mafia kind of stored some cash in a warehouse. So him and Gordon, after the rooftop, you know, they go and chase down the warehouse where Catwoman said. And he's like, can you trust her? He goes, well, yeah, I'm Batman, you know, and Batman, he kind of smashed, you know. And you sure? He goes, yeah. Trust me, I'm Batman. You know, women, they don't lie to Batman because I'm Batman. And this scene you'll see later on is very innocent from The Dark Knight. If you've seen The Dark Knight, Joker is in a warehouse with a lot of cash, and then he burns out. Kind of similar to that in this comic book, but look at that and look at this. Like, it's ridiculous how much money they have there, right? That's not even remotely like possible, right? We've got a lot of fucking money. No warehouse has that money just sitting around. But it's a comic book, so they get away with it. In the movie, they borrow this scene here and put it in the movie, you know. But and also just like in the movie, also get the money, torch it down. It's like a message, like to kind of stir like gang war, like, you know, oh shit, someone burnt down our money. So now it's kind of starting an uproar, so they can catch, you know, them in the act. But at the same time this is going on, he also gets treated to Harvey Dent, and he goes back to home. It's Halloween night. You know, his wife just gets his kids candy. They're at home, just enjoying the Halloween night, and suddenly you hear one last sound, and that sound, kaboom! The house blows up. The mafia also sent a message. Well, more like a warning, because the mafia believe that Harvey Dent is the killer. That, you know, when he's not being, you know, more like a lawyer. Anyway, sorry, sidetracked. This is how chapter 1 ends. Chapter 2, Thanksgiving. Truly a meal to remember. It ends up with Batman saying that Harvey is dead. And we just get Batman to investigate. He's interrogating prisoners, criminals, like, where were you? What happened? What did you do? And he's like, who's that? Coming from Kearney, the Roman? None of that. So he plays dumb. I mean, like, alright, tough guy, you know. So he's like, if you don't listen to me, I'll go and do my own investigation. Because later on, he goes to hunt down this dude who travels to the sewers, and goes, the sewers, not a good place, because in the sewers there's a huge rumor, a big rumor about a monster lives in the sewers. Not Killer Croc, which is kind of weird, but we can get Solomon Grundy, who lives in the sewers, born on a Monday. And Batman's like, hey, I don't want to disturb you, I'm gonna see for that dude there, I'll take him, I'll leave, and I'll leave you alone. Capiche? But Solomon Grundy, being the big, you know, chromosome crayon eater that he is, fights Batman. Batman's kind of getting his ass beat, you know. He tries to do the fucking all the karate shit. Solomon Grundy is just built different, and just tanks the hits, you know. Batman's like, oh shit, this ain't working. I mean, to be a bit more unorthodox in his fight method. Eventually, he does win the fight. Cannot kill Croc. Solomon Grundy leaves and just crawls back into his swords like a bitch. And goes, whoo. Harvey Dent, Jim Gordon, and Batman discussing the next plan of action against the mob boss. So they interrogate more and more prisoners, and the prisoners all have the same alibi. It's concrete, all the same. It's like it's been rehearsed, right? There's no key like differences. So they kind of talk a bit more, get more differences done. But in the end, they decide to call it at night, and they go home together. You know, not together, but Batman continues patrolling the city as Batman, and Jim Gordon goes home with his Thanksgiving dinner cold. You know, he spent too much time at work trying to find the killer, so that, you know, Thanksgiving is nighttime. His wife gets sick of waiting. She's left it down on the table. So basically, both of them do only end the night accomplishing much. More questions than answers, unfortunately. And also, Solomon Grundy gets his own Thanksgiving meal as well, which is weird, but whatever. No taste own, I guess. So even he gets Thanksgiving. Cut to the next murder, kill from the holiday killer on Thanksgiving. We get chapter 3, the Joker. And of course, Joker. So he finds out that, you know, there's this killer in Gotham. You know, he's killing mobsters. He goes, what? People killing on holidays? But preposterous. I'm a Joker. People are talking more about him than he is me. The Joker is more like a red herring in the story. Like, oh, is Joker the killer? Like, what's his shtick, you know? Joker kind of like just tossing there, kind of like for a monkey wrench in the situation. he is by all means the wild card. So he kind of trying to figure out who the holiday killer is, and he believes he has a certain idea who it is, but doesn't know who. So he kind of drives his own plan. So we cut to Arkham Asylum, where we see the Calendar Man. And Calendar Man is a very important character in this book. You know, he's very much a key figure. Kind of helps Batman figure out these killings and what the pattern is with the holidays. And Batman, because Batman isn't really like a detective yet at this point. Again, he's like his second year or so roughly. He's still kind of learning to be more like a detective. So he's kind of he needs help from time to time. So anyway, so they ask him for help. He gets a bit vague in his answers, but nonetheless, they kind of figure out and head off. Then you see the next kill, which is a mobster, obviously. And then we see a pacifier and a gun. And this is red herring thing that is, oh, is it the Joker? Is the Joker the killer? Or what is this? Is the message? So Batman tries to figure out, you know, what the Joker is, what his plan is. And this begins New Year's Eve. And this is when Joker's plan comes to effect. Joker's plan is to bomb the large crowd in the city, because there's going to be a fireworks. So people in Gotham go gather in this one particular area in the city. Everyone, not everyone, but you know, just everyone will be there type of thing. He thinks, you know, other people are going to be there in that crowd. So that also includes the killer too. I'm bound to be there. So I'm just going to shoot and just boom, let the rest sort itself. So Batman intercepts his plan, gets on the plane, and they have this fight. And guess what are you doing, Joker? Like, oh, you know, it's only one kill in Gotham. You know, I'm the big man. So we cut to a private yacht. The mobster, Carmine Falcone, which is also in the Batman movie, been Robin Pattinson, is here meeting his sister Carla, and then talking about, you know, recent events, you know, the mobster's dying, and all the shenanigans of Gotham, basically. You know, we're catching up, and you know, you gotta keep your friends close, your enemies closer. But none of they know that the next kill has already happened. The holiday killer strikes again. Now, I also want to, before we get any further to this, I just want people to know, I'm not going to explain the entire thing, just key points here and there. I'll leave stuff out, I'll leave for you to figure out who the killer is, or get your own ideas. I also don't want to spoil who the killer is, so I'm trying my best not to give too much info, but at the same time not give most of it away, because that will spoil who the killer is, and who the killers maybe, who he is, and what she has done. So I preferably, you know, I think so if you might go out and buy the book or watch the movie. But the killer in the movie and the book are a bit different, so keep that in mind. But anyway, so sorry. Batman beats Joker, goes Batman, and obviously Joker's laid out on the ground. Looks like, the way that this is drawn, it's like that he's high, right? I mean, look at that scene. He's just sitting on the clock tower, just the smoke coming off his head. It's like he's high as fuck. Like, yeah, Batman, that's some good shit, brother. That's a barnyard. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, so, but while he defeated Joker, at the same time, gangsters got attacked, and then this started the next holiday, and the next one, April Fool's Day. So April Fools, you know, very important holiday, and very important people. And this one, we get theories of who the killer is, and one of the theories maybe is that Carla is the one that killed the man in the bathtub. That was Carla capable of killing that man? So that's one of the theories that the police come up with. So it's Batman, but does she have the stones to kill him? So then Carmine obviously wants to get to the bottom of this. So he gets his daughter bitch. So he gets the big bitch to pretty much interrogate Mr. Riddler. You can't really tell who is Riddler to get to the bottom page. So Sophia is kind of like, you know, keeping him in place, because Riddler is the smartest man in Gotham besides Batman, obviously. But with Riddler, see, you can't just write Riddler in a story, you know. You have to be smart. So he kind of uses him. The author does. It's like a red herring. It was like maybe Riddler knows. So he asks Riddler who the killer is, and he goes, "You?" Sophia determined that he doesn't know who it is, and so they kind of throw him out, and then the actual killer meets him. And he gets a riddle. When does a killer not kill? Honestly, that night or that day is April Fool's. The one day the killer does not kill. So we cut day to the Mother's Day, to the holiday killer's next victim, the asylum, the calendar man, and trying to figure out who the killer is. He goes, oh yes, Mother's Day. The Riddler, quite surprising, you know. Alert that someone escaped prison or the asylum. So he kind of puts things on hold and goes to track them down. And the one that escaped prison, one and the only, the Scarecrow. With cool design, I like it. The horse, I don't know where you get the horse from. If he's in the asylum, why the fuck does the asylum have horses? Whatever. Why the fuck is his costume in the asylum? Whatever. But anyway, Batman sees him, have this fight, then he gets gassed, and then he kind of thinks but sees illusions, his fears, kind of leads him to do like bad things throughout the city, and then he kind of, through the help of just dealing with the toxins, and kind of just being Batman, he pushes through it. But as it's going on, you get the next kill on Mother's Day, and you see Sophia with the gun. So we're led to believe that maybe she is the holiday killer. And Batman kind of, after doing the effects of the toxins, kind of broke down into his mummy's grave and kind of cried like a little bitch. And then police were after him because Bruce Wayne is also a suspect on the list of holiday killers because of his connections or his chats with the mob boss. So they try to hunt him down too because of the effects of the toxins. He's going a bit crazy. So they see him and kind of help him deal with this. So time passes, and we get to see why the Carmines and Bruce Wayne are talking. Because one day, Carmine's basically got shot in the chest and couldn't take him to the hospital because people want him to die because he's a mob boss and because the gangsters are trying to finish the job. So they took him to the person that they kind of hoped for, Thomas Wayne, which is obviously Bruce Wayne's dad, and he operates on Mr. Carmine. And because of that day, he swore to pay a debt. And that debt, that no one touches the Waynes. Explanation on his backstory and why him and Bruce Wayne are kind of close. We see this unique duo of Scarecrow and Mad Hatter, which is a pretty good idea. I don't see this together before, but unfortunately it gets very short-lived when the Batman appears. It's like he wants his round two. The man got bitched by Scarecrow. Man cried like a little bitch in front of the police, holding his mum's grave. It's like, nah, I ain't gonna let that slide. I think I'll let that slide. Nah, run it back, man. Run it back, round two. So he comes in there, piece of shit, Scarecrow, yeets the fuck out of Mad Hatter, the little 5'5" midget, and just doos them. And gets on the hunt to find the other killers. The other killers, ooh. But he meets Catwoman again with that stupid fucking costume and the whiskers, I think, on the costume, which is dumb, but whatever. And she's like, hey, Batman, I'm putting it out. Do you want in? Batman's like, nah, I'm on the grind. The Falcones, the mission is what matters. She goes, your loss. He goes, nah, it's my game, bitch. I ain't want that fucking stanky ass coochie on that latex suit. Anyway, so it cuts back to Batman going back to the asylum, and he kind of talks to Calendar Man again. Cut to Carmine, so says in English, habla inglés, don't like associating. There we go, with Gotham's villains, because they're fucking freaks of nature. Look at them, look at them, look at the fucking Joker, look at the Penguin, right? Look at the fucking Poison Ivy. Which, by the way, this is the weirdest son I've ever seen Poison Ivy have. Me personally, I hate it. I don't like her with having like vine hair. Maybe it feels like red. Anyway, I like it. Especially anyway. So this mysterious figure hires his freaks to kind of talk with Falcone. But within this time, Batman comes in, gasses us out, beats the shit out of Joker, yeets Poison Ivy, does away the Penguin. But at the same time, he sees Catwoman's there, and she goes, "Yep, I'm here too. I'm on my side." She goes, "You sure?" And he goes, "Yeah, trust me, I don't want to smoke with Batman. You're Batman. I don't want to smoke with that." But as they find through the smoke, Batman deals with Falcone, and Catwoman deals with Sophia. They have a little scuffle, and ends with them falling off the window, her latching on to the building, and Sophia falling down. and supposedly to her end. And that's when we end this story. This was hard. With that being said, I'm gonna live now. Hope you enjoyed this video. So long. Farewell. Look forward to my next projects after this one as well. So long.